There we go, we've all got bodies now.
Oh shit, Sirenscape. Alright, cool. I got mine. My favourite conspiracy theory's changed.
Nobody asked.
I got a fun one now.
What did it change
You
to?
have a fun one?
Oh, I want to know.
No, well, it's not today's icebreaker, so you don't get to know.
Awesome. Can you help me with something really quick, y'all? I do not see if my audio is coming through Streamlabs. So can one of you check this stream to make certain that we can hear all right? Because I would hate for us to...
I can hear everyone's voices.
You can, including mine?
Mm-hmm.
All right, legit. I don't know why. Streamlabs has been kind of being weird and wonky lately. Kind of makes me mad. All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Big D20 Energy, the EU crew, as we play through another Night at the Opera with Delta Green. I don't know if I ever mentioned that to you guys, actually, but that is a specific thing in the Delta Green universe. Is you could tell people you're at a night at the opera, and that's kind of code for I'm on a mission. So it's another night at the opera.
I thought that just meant people were at the opera.
Yeah.
It could mean that as
That's
well,
what we're doing today.
but within our context. Yes, Willie is
Like
going
saying
to
you
be
drop-
Cipher code book.
It's like saying you're dropping the kids off at the pool.
Yes.
It's code.
Yes.
But taking a poop.
Thank you. Yes. If you don't want to put too fine a point on it, yes. Well, we're going to be starting a new mission, y'all. And what before we start, we need to do a little bit of housekeeping. Specifically, we've got to do the home phase for 3 of our agents. And then we're going to introduce it, and we're going to jump back. We're going to jump in. But before we do that, we're going to introduce ourselves so you can acclimate our voices to our characters and the like. So we're going to go in order of just where it is on Roll20 from left to right. And I'd like for you to share your name, the character you're playing, a little bit about your character. Doesn't have to be a ton. And then today's icebreaker question is, what is your favorite cryptid? So that would be like, what is your favorite like monster, like Loch Ness, Bigfoot, that type of stuff. So without further ado, go ahead and take it away.
Oh, it's me this time.
It is, it's you.
Hello, I am not Irish, and I play Beau. It's not the same as I am.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
I play Beau.
Okay.
Beau is like a socially awkward military personnel. She's been through a lot. She shot a mushroom baby.
Shot a mushroom baby. It's true.
Yeah.
Shot a mushroom baby.
She likes to swim through bushes.
Forgot about that.
And she can't search things for shit.
And my favorite ones, it's gotta be a classic, man. It's gotta be Loch Ness.
Loch Ness.
It's gotta be, man. She's alive. It's a thing. I believe it.
That's a UK one, right? Loch Ness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up in Scotland.
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 I also now can't get the image of Beau doing like a story time TikTok. It's like, I once swam through a bush.
Yeah. Story time.
Not clickbait.
Legit. All right.
No clickbait.
All right. Next.
Hi, I'm OutlawedDeputy. I'm playing Constance. She's not a liar like Ash. I was about to say she's a liar because I'm used to that. And that she's a bit of a history nerd, and not just history, more of a weird things, the occult, strange
Latin.
stuff. Latin. She loves Latin and script writing. She's got a screenplay. And she didn't kill a mushroom baby, but she did kill a mushroom baby's mother.
Hmm.
Yep.
And I don't know if it necessarily counts as like cryptids as you would think of it, but I like the phantom wildcats of the UK. So you've got like the Beast of Bodmin Moor, you've got the Beast of Exmoor. Pretty sure there's one up in Scotland. It's just like big cats that are, people are like, I've seen it, but they're just kind of
No
I don't know,
proof.
legend. Yeah.
It's kind of like how our chupacabra is in the Southwest, but but it also, I don't think it's a cat. It's like some just monster.
Yeah, these
I
are
don't
like sort of like panthers or
demon,
jaguars or
technically.
something.
Yeah, it could be like a big cat that's escaped from the zoo in the past. or
Yeah.
something.
So also sometimes
all seem
referred to
to be.
as alien big cats, and I'm like, oh,
Oh, really?
ooh, yeah. I learned that recently.
They got 6 legs.
But yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Legit. All right, next up.
Phantom wildcats.
I guess me. I'm Ayianna, and I am not playing Sienna anymore.
Get over it.
So, if you would be so kind as to reveal to us for the 1000th time why Sienna is no longer with us.
Okay, Sienna had her brain removed from her head, and it was stuck in a jar and sent off to the stars. So, it's still out there somewhere. She may
Just
return one
another-
day. Probably not. I don't
Another
think
night
there's
at
any
the
chance.
opera.
Yeah, it was
Another
just-
night
she
at
went
the
to the opera and apparently never came home.
She got
Alright.
box seats.
Oh my god.
All right, next up.
She didn't talk about cryptids.
Oh, that's right. What's your favorite cryptid?
I think I'm with not Irish on that one, Loch Ness Monster, because it's close to home. A lot of the things that you hear about, it's elsewhere, whereas Loch Ness, it's something that we could see one day.
That's why I went for the cats. It's a good old UK one.
True.
Legit. All right, Willie.
Hi, I play Lynas. He's a doctor. He's the best doctor in the whole world. He's not a failure.
Say it one more time with conviction.
He's not.
And I'm gonna go with Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot's a good classic.
Classic Bigfoot. You ever watch the show Finding Bigfoot?
No, is it good?
No, but I've seen Finding Nemo. Is it the same?
It's these
Toad's the
like
same.
people in like the South. They're total country boy like hicks, and oh my god, it is the most absurd thing ever. It's so funny.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
It's
legit.
absolutely terrible. But it's it's like you're laughing at someone else's expense, But it's a great show.
I'm for it. Okay. Next up. Last but not least.
Hello. I'm Vindo, and I play Booch. Camerin Bucha. He is a evidence control specialist, so he likes making sure all of the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed, and he's really good at numbers, and if you give him paperwork, he will sly it. As far as cryptids, it's a toss-up between like lizard people and Mothman.
Mothman. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Lizard people like Sharon?
like that live under, what is it, the Denver National Airport? Yeah.
lizard people. You know what else I believe?
Those are my toss-ups.
You know what else I believe? I believe like there's fucking some huge ass fucking sea monsters out there as well.
Oh,
So-
100%.
I realized, given our conversation, I just got this when I was on vacation, and so it's a fun game, and I wanted to give it a shout out. It's a board game, and it's called The Real Truth.
It's got Willie's Bigfoot
Nice.
on it.
Yeah, it's got Willie's Bigfoot on it. And so it's the game of creatures, cryptids, and conspiracy theories. And so I just want to read to you the back because it's pretty great. You're one of the few people in the world able to see beyond the lies the media tells us. And now you have to help others see the truth as well. In this mind-expanding game of strategy and secrets, it's your job to uncover what they would rather keep hidden, while gaining followers to get your message to the people. So the whole game is you play like a conspiracy nut, trying to get more followers to get them to believe. And it's a lot of fun. Like you hunt down different creatures and cryptids and the like. It's actually from a podcast called The Last Podcast on the Left. So played it with some friends and family on vacation, and it was a lot of fun. So our question just got me thinking about it. Hi, I am your friendly neighborhood GM, ThePrankster, and I'll be playing everybody that's not them. Sometimes I'll be playing them.
Me.
Yeah, I might play you if I take control.
Oh.
If I take control. And
I don't like that.
my favorite cryptid has got to be Sasquatch.
Is that the same as Bigfoot?
It kind of is, but it's the Canadian version. I heard something on the History Channel. My son's school just gave me a call. Just give me one moment. I'm sorry. Hello, this is
Dun, dun, dun.
Did your son not get the memo that it's Dollar Green Day? God. The heck?
Does anybody else think it's funny that Prankster was like Sasquatch, the Canadian version? He's one like.
Yeah, that's why I giggle. No, but there's definitely like fucking sea monsters out there.
100%. There's too
Fucking
much ocean
scary
to not
fuckers.
be.
Yeah, exactly, right. And the
There's
fact
gonna
that
be
we've only
tons
like
of, like
like fucking touched the surface of like the ocean.
Yeah.
It's just like
there's gonna be loads of freaky shit with big teeth and
Oh, yeah.
The ocean's the
like
worst.
soul eating. Yeah.
yeah.
The ocean's the worst. We're all there. Yeah, 100%.
Cthulhu is for realsies.
Yeah. But I watched a History Channel thing about these guys in the woods, and they were up in a cabin, and they heard something like from the outside of their shack, and it was shaking. And anyway, they got like a blood sample. Apparently, it stepped on a nail, whatever the heck this thing was. And so it left actually something behind. So they went to go get it tested. And long story short, they found it was like the same genome sequences like humans, with the exception of like one chromosome was weird, like not human. And so ever since then, I'm like, hey, yeah, there's DNA evidence. There's something else out there, and I'll beat that drum to my wife every now and then when I'm feeling especially crazy. Just for fun, just for funsies. Well,
In the voice, right? In the voice she doesn't like.
Of course, Sasquatch definitely exists. They have DNA evidence.
The face that goes with the voice, so much better.
Yeah. Everybody else is just a bunch of sheeple. You have to add the sheeple. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Before we jump into our new mission, we need to find out what happened to our agents when they went back home. And so, similar to Blades in the Dark, each of you is going to be given 2 downtime activities, 2 vignettes to kind of explain what happened. You know, you describe it, I'll play the other characters like normal. But that's kind of where we are. So I believe I've talked to all of you about it to some extent, and I've sent you the rules as it pertains to the home phase for Delta Green. So you can pick the exact mechanical thing that you'd like to do, as well as describe kind of what's going on. So let's go ahead and start with Constance, because I believe that she might be the one who's, she's been the one that's been talking to me a lot about it. Now, Constance, you also lost 5 hit points, so you're pretty beat up afterwards. I imagine that's something you'll have to describe, and that goes for all of you who've been beat up. It's going to be something you're going to have to describe when you get back home. So go ahead, Constance. What is Constance doing in the immediate aftermath, next few weeks, months? How does that look like for her?
Yeah, so we kind of touched on it before we completely finished the last one, but she is actually staying in Helena under the guise of her. She works at Columbia University. She's doing a research paper on sort of Native American stories and history and myths and legends, and in the process of doing so, essentially just scrubbing the existence of the Migo from the face of the earth. Like, no one else. She doesn't want anyone else to know about the Star People, the song. Destroys the tape. So just kind of getting rid of all the evidence as, would make sense in her Delta Green job.
Sure. All right, so we see her, I imagine working long hours. Like, this is probably where she shines, and she probably has somewhat of an axe to grind with having survived being infected for so long, only to, at the very end, kind of succumb to that infection. So now, mechanically speaking, what is the activity she would like to take?
Well, here's where I have a question, because I've seen some other bits and pieces of people doing Delta Green things. Is there any so from what I saw, certain objectives were met in the last mission and that recovered some of their sanity? Do we have anything like that? Does that happen early or late in the home phase? Are we getting better at all?
That is a good question. Now, maybe we didn't go over it. It could very well be that we didn't.
Pretty much ended because it was really late.
Okay, if that's the case, yes, there are conditions for you to actually be able to recover sanity. I was uncertain about whether or not we did or not. So let me go ahead and bring up Extremophilia really quick, and we will talk about that. Delta Green Adventures. There we go. Excuse me. Yeah, honestly, what probably happened is we got to the end, and I know it was late, and I was...
it was 2 a.m. for us.
Yeah, it was super late.
Yeah, and I was like, well, we can do this later. Like, if we pick up the characters. That sounds like a me thing.
But no, I just wanted to ask because I knew that was potentially a thing, and that might have bearing on what happens.
That is a very good question, and bottle cap. So 1 free reroll, because I totally spaced out on that. Okay. Here we go. If the agents... Okay, so because of your actions, each of you immediately regains 1d6 sanity. Because you destroyed the fungus in the benthic lab and the pit.
Nice.
What the fucking suck? Oh, yes, boom!
So, Beau, all right, Willie, you're the last one. Go ahead and give me a d6 to see how much sanity you recovered from that.
Why can't we do this thing alone in the dark? What the fuck?
No, I don't know.
Also, the two of you guys. All right, Willie, Lynas recovers 3 sanity.
Yay.
Now, I also want to communicate that you cannot go above your power times 5 insanity. That is your cap.
Oh.
All right. How much trouble did the agents have with Jenna Gaylor from the APA, with the local police? How much How many bodies did they leave on the ground? How much media attention did they attract? If the agents did a thorough job obscuring and explaining away their actions and keeping the unnatural truth away from the public, each gains 1d4 sanity. How much media did you guys attract? I don't know if you attracted a ton of media. The police was a big issue. I don't know if we really involved the EPA that much. Well, we'll go ahead and give you guys the 1d4. So everybody roll another 1d4 to gain that much sanity back. All right. Outlaw gains 2.
So what did you say? We can't go over power times 5.
Yeah, that was essentially the max sanity that you started with. You can't go above that number.
That's actually different to what okay.
I could be wrong. I thought that's... Are you saying that you can go above...
I have the maximum sanity on the score sheet is at 79 because I know I lost 20 because of my unnatural.
What is your power times 5?
Power times 5 is 60. I'm trying to figure out where I started because I don't remember anything.
It would be 60.
Cool.
Well, what's power times 5? I'm so fucking confused right now.
That's one of your attributes, one of your stats at the very top.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I can't go past 55.
Can't go past 55.
I'm at 55 right now.
And you want to know what? Let me just double check on this. I want to make certain we're good. Can you go above power times 5 sanity in... I must put Blades in the Dark.
It's been so long.
It has been. Each mental illness... Honestly, I probably should just check the agent handbook, which I have out somewhere. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Keep adding, even if you go over your power times 5, and then I will double check by going back to the book. And then worst comes to worst, all we got to do is bring you back down to your power times 5. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If they attacked the visiting Migo, each agent gains 1 sanity per Migo destroyed. You killed 2, so that's another 2 sanity. And if they destroyed Christina Jacobs' fungal child, each agent gains 1 sanity.
Destroyed is such a strong word.
See?
Yeah.
I fucking gave us sanity. Look at that.
Didn't we lose
You're
a
a
lot of
hero.
sanity though because of that?
I think so.
Yeah, we definitely took sanity loss.
Listen, it was more of a mushroom than a baby. Don't fucking judge me, okay?
That thing was less than human.
Can I get sanity back for coming back from the dead?
You can gain your life from coming back from the dead.
So I go back to 10 hit points.
Yes, yeah. I kept it. I kept it there mostly for us to be able to say.
So our hit points go back up.
Yeah, your hit points will go back up. I mostly kept it there so that during these vignettes, if it came up, you could like describe to your like, yeah, I got beat up in a bar or whatever the hell, however the heck you want to describe it.
What about my willpower?
Your willpower would also go back up as well.
Okay,
I think sleeping honestly just replenishes that, and so this is like months in between your next mission, so that would make sense.
We got 10 hit points. Sweet. We're a tank again.
I'm pretty sure sanity must be maxed at power times 5 because my breaking point is power times 5 minus my
That makes
power.
sense.
So that makes sense.
Let's look up maximum sanity, huh? Your agent's maximum sanity score can never be higher than 99 minus his or her unnatural skill rating. So I would assume that means you can actually go over your initial power times 5, based on what that says. Sanity points in moments of mental. If your agent goes over to sanity. Yeah. That's what it looks like to me. I don't see anywhere where it says that it's. I know that there was for one particular stat or something that it was limited by power times 5, but it seems like total is only limited by 99 minus your score in the unnatural. So the more you learn about the unnatural, the more you go crazy, or the less sanity you can have. Ooh, recovering sanity points, 75. Let's just check this out really quick. Okay?
Sorry to derail.
No, this is good questions, especially because we're just about to get into this. And so I mean, honestly, you guys, it's gonna be important one. Okay. Destroying an unnatural sanity loss is when this means your agent gains more sanity from overcoming the threat than he or she can actually lost from facing it, but it can never bring sanity higher than its maximum. Yeah. So that means yes, your sanity can go higher than your power times 5.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Good to know.
The more you know. I feel that definitively answers it. Okay, so I don't know. Did you guys end up in a pretty decent spot sanity wise? Looks like you did.
Yeah.
That was huge.
I mean, 59 is higher than 48.
Getting a 6 on that score. Oh, that's huge. Yeah. All right. Good catch. So that's 1 free reroll, Constance.
Sick. Okay, so as for what she's doing,
yes.
This kind of rolls into the question I asked earlier of she's spending a lot more time in Helena for the next few months. She doesn't really go to her book club anymore, but she has started dating Eric Hayes, so that's something. And during that time, she's got a bit of a fascination with nature and hiking. She likes being up in high places because she, almost succumbed to some infection. So they're gonna spend a bit of time together, and I'm gonna improve some skills or stats.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. I see why you said that this would affect you one way or the other. Okay. So, improve skills or stats. By training or studying extensively, your agent can try to boost 2 separate skills or stats, or 1 stat and 1 skill. Well, you can boost a stat too. Taking night classes or intelligence for intelligence, or a skill lifting weights for strength, meditating to strengthen self-discipline for power, so on and so forth. Attempt a test of that stat times 5 or of the skill. If the test fails, add 3d6 percentage points to the skill to a maximum of 99%. Or 1 point to the stat to a maximum of 18. Each increase to a stat or skill reduces 1 bond. Okay, cool. So what is the first skill or stat you're trying to increase?
Through her fascination with the high places and her just thankfulness for being alive, her and Eric are gonna spend some time hiking.
Okay. So
I'm gonna
athletics?
increase some dexterity.
Oh, okay, cool.
Good trust that one. Why not?
All right, so that is your stat times 5. What is your dexterity stat? 10?
It is 10, so
all right.
50.
So you have to fail the roll, which means you have to get a 51 or higher to increase your dexterity. All right, your dexterity increases by 1. So you and Eric spend lots of time out hiking,
nice.
Helping you to kind of adapt to everything that's going on. All right, and so we're going to come back to you. We're going to kind of keep bouncing like we do for Blades in the Dark as well. So, Beau, why don't you describe to us, what is the last few months, weeks look like?
I mean, Beau is pretty beat up, so she probably spent quite a bit of time in Helena recovering, and then going back to the UK. When she was able to sit back on a plane. And she's got some pretty gnarly back and shoulder burn scars
Oh, that's right. From the thermite,
from yeah. So she's all like scarred up across her shoulders, like coming down the front, and then all the way around her back, all fucked up. I've lost my train of thought. Go back to my notes.
Badass scars.
See, now that we've got sanity, I kind of...
That changes things, huh?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good catch by you, Constance, honestly.
Hey, I was looking at that number like, that's real bad. There's got to be some way, sure.
I guess after, like, spending some time recovering and, you know, getting back to a healthy state physically, she would probably end up doing some training with the military to increase their skill.
All right. So you're gonna simply reduce one of your bonds. Remember, one of the things you can do is recover time with bonds because you're trying to.
Oh, you can. Can you?
I believe so. Let me double check on that home, but that should be special training, personal motivation, improve skill stats, establish a new bond.
Can you like recover?
That is a good question. I don't see why you couldn't recover. Why just make new ones?
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna say. I'm gonna
If that's
use
the case, I could totally do the thing with Owen.
Yeah. So first off, describe what happens to your broken bonds when you come back, and then we'll talk about how they get better.
Okay, so my poor little fish, Swim Shady,
Swim Shady
has just been sitting in the barracks. Beau comes back and she's like, "No, don't feel the same about you anymore, my friend."
Oh my god. Aww.
My poor fish. Yeah, I guess just seeing everything and witnessing everything that she has, it's just kind of put like the fish kind of looks same color wise as possibly the baby.
Oh, it's messed up.
So I am going to give away the fish. I'm gonna get rid of that bond.
I can't believe you're giving away Swim Shady.
Reminds her of the baby too much.
And how? So you give away Swim Shady, one of your bonds, your goldfish, and what happens to your other bond, Owen Vader? Because he's your battle buddy.
So my battle buddy Vader here.
And you project it on him to make it so that you didn't break during your last encounter.
Yeah.
You should just broke, man.
Should have. But I feel like it would have been like just as she was giving the fish away, he like comes up and he's like asking her questions about where she's been or what she's been doing. How did the trip to America go for the training and stuff like that? And she just kind of snaps and tells them to stop asking her questions and kind of shuts down a bit.
Hey, Beau, you want a mushroom omelet?
That's what causes her to snap. The last straw.
But I don't know. Could I do like a you know how I was gonna do the nature thing?
Mm-hmm.
Could I just do that but not take the nature thing and just do the what's it called?
Skills?
No, the
Use it as a bonding
to
experience.
rebond. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So you come back, you go off on him. He asks to make you a mushroom omelet, and it's just like mushrooms just don't look the same way anymore. And you snap, laying into him, and it's like a cold war between the two of you for, say, weeks. Just not good. But yeah, then you decide, okay, I need to fix this. I need to, like, he's my battle buddy. And so, yeah, so we're going to use the establishing the new bond rules, or even fulfilling responsibilities. I think both of those fit. Oh, here we go. Yeah, fulfill responsibilities. If your agent focuses on ordinary obligations and relationships, describe something to the agent is doing at work or at home, in this case, to support one bond. In this case, you're going out with your battle buddy. Roll a sanity test. Success improves the bond by 1d6 up to your agent's charisma. A critical success also adds 1 sanity. Failure adds 1 to the bond. A fumble means something disastrous conflict, probably related to your agent's involvement with Delta Green. Reduce the bond by 1d4 and your sanity by 1. So yeah, go ahead and roll me a sanity test. You decide to go out hiking with him to kind of like, on a trip to try and fix things with your buddy.
Yeah, I think like camping or something.
All right, so yeah, that is a success. So you take Owen out. I imagine it's been quiet like the whole hike, and you guys are around a campfire, and it's late at night. Go ahead and roll me a 1d6 to see how much your bond improves with Owen. 3. Okay.
All right.
So it's up to a 5. I went ahead and adjusted that for you.
Oh, okay.
So what do you think she's talking about to try and make things better, to try and smooth things over? What does that look like?
I don't think she would talk anything about Delta Green.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe they would go like kind of back in time to when they had like first met and how they got to know each other as friends, and just
kind of going
just
back.
relive those good memories of the past.
The glory days.
Yeah,
The
good old days.
The good old days. All right, cool. I like it. So I imagine like the camera's there. It's a cool night. Wind is coming through the trees. And there's been a long quiet that has kind of like permeated the entirety of this thing. And Owen like maybe he's got like a stick in the fire or something, but he looks up, and it's the first words that are uttered the entire retreat is he just looks at you and says, remember that one time Sergeant screamed at us for toilet paper when he was on the shitter?
Yeah, I feel like Beau would definitely like jump into a little chuckle.
Yeah. And I imagine like you both start chuckling.
Yeah.
All right. Lynas. Tell us where you've been, what's been going on.
Well, I think I just went back to work, trying to do my job successfully.
Try not to lose an arm.
Deal with nightmares of being sliced in half, and then waking up and feeling my body, and I'm A-okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's generally what I'm doing, just kind of getting back into work, having scary nightmares.
Fair enough. So you kind of go back into work. Did you take any bond damage? Or did you do any projecting or anything like that? Or
Yeah, I lost my bond with my mother.
so you lost your bond with your mother. So you
Yeah.
guys are estranged. What is it that you'd like to do in this time at home in between missions? You want to try and get better at something? You want to try and focus on responsibilities to recover a bond? What are you thinking?
I know it'd be funny to get more intelligence, but like he's already because I failed that, but I don't know.
If your intelligence is at 18, that's actually the highest you can go in Delta Green.
Well, there we go. I can't do it. Dang. He'll try and recover the bond, I guess.
Okay.
A little bit of it.
All right.
Mama, I'm sorry.
Okay. Mama, I'm sorry. The words every mom wants to hear. So you're going to need to make a sanity test to try to improve your bond by 1d6 with your mom. All right, that is a success. So go ahead and add roll a 1d6 and let's see how effective it is. Okay. So describe to me, is this a phone call to break the ice? Is this you just showing up on her doorstep? What are you doing?
I'd say it's been a few weeks with no contact, just me going back to work, and I kind of break down one day and I show up at her doorstep.
Okay, so you go back to your family home, making your way into the home. Or to the doorstep. You knock on the door, and she's there. And the door opens, and her eyes are both delighted, but her arms are crossed. What do you say?
Hello.
Do you have a particular...
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I see you're still alive.
Yep.
And then she just can't hold back anymore, and she reaches out to hug you.
Everybody needs their mama.
Everybody needs the mama.
Everyone needs their mama. I'm gonna be stiff, but kind of hug back.
Be stiff, but kind of hug back. All right.
Yeah.
I love that through this, because I just popped onto his Prankster stream, and on the character sheet it just says awkward. Yep.
It's yeah, you described that well, my friend. Awesome. All right, let's go. Let's go back to Constance. What is the second thing?
My second step.
Maybe a few months have passed by of hiking, just trying to get back out into nature to recover. What are you doing now?
Well, again, one part where she failed was trying to shoot Brent. She froze up, and that was when he did the kind of the mind control-y thing. So she wants, Eric and his buddies maybe teach her how to shoot better. In her down, when she's done with the paper, she's like, "Look, I'm a real bad shot, and it'd be great if I was better because sometimes your life depends on it."
Truth. Okay.
And no, I'm not covering myself in pee.
He's already got a jar, and then he looks down very sad that you refuse to do this.
Yeah, absolutely not.
But he nods and looks at you and says, "All right, let's take you to the range, America style." And it's just a montage of you guys shooting guns every day for a few weeks. You got the glasses on and the ear protection, and the smell of sulfur just fills your nostrils, I imagine. It's pretty great. I personally like going to the shooting range just for the smell. It's pretty great. Hey, Blue. All right. So go ahead. We need to. We're doing this by the book to improve your skill here.
Hell
So
yeah.
this will be, I think, page 79. Improved skills or stats. Attempt a test of the stat times 5 of the skill. All right. So you just have to make a skill. If you fail the skill test, you gain 3d6. So you want to fail to improve.
High numbers, baby.
High numbers, baby. There you go. 56. All right. So that means you get to add 3d6 to your skill rank. You're looking for the Mark of the Beast. Ooh, that's good. That's
Nice.
so good. 15.
Damn.
All right.
I'm an okay shot now.
Yeah, I think that brings you up to 39. So that's not bad.
Yes, indeed. And
It is.
because of that, she hasn't really spent much time with her brother, so that's going to affect that as the bond.
That's fair. That's fair. I imagine, like, because you said you're dating now, right?
Yeah.
So there's probably like a sensual scene where he's like behind you and like holding the gun and that whole thing, and
Ooh, headshot.
and then like the smell of pee like comes out and you're like, God damn it, Eric,
You ruin everything.
you ruin everything. All right, Beau. Oh
Yeah.
wait, hold on, wait 1 second. I forgot something really important. Tell me I have this. Tell me I have this. Where are you? Yeah, so as all this is going on,
No.
he holds you tight. There we go.
Thanks, Eric.
It needed to be done.
You're
Soak
a
it
good
in.
man.
Soak it in.
Soak it in. All right, there we go. A Beau, you're up now. That was very important and needed to be done.
Yeah.
I think we all agree.
So I want to improve my stealth because I'm really bad at that.
Okay, sounds good.
Swimming?
What are you doing to improve your stealth?
Probably end up going back to work,
That's
to the
fair.
military, and just training with them, ghillie suits and all that.
Okay, cool. I like it. So yeah, you're. It is. You get involved with a group of military folk on base, and it's like this amazing, almost professional game of hide and seek,
Yes.
where you guys play at least once a week, and so there's a lot of like. I imagine because it's Delta Green, there's like images of like. We don't know you're doing this training yet, right? Like this is a movie. We just like the next shot we see after that romantic scene is like you running for your life and looking like super scared. And then like soldiers are like running across and it's clear you're being chased. So go ahead and roll me that stealth check and let's see if you succeed or fail. Remember, you want to fail. Fail. Awesome.
A lot
right.
of failure.
Go ahead and roll me 3d6 and let's see
Yay.
how that works out.
Go on, go 654 as well.
We'll see. 3d6. Hey, not bad. 13.
Very cool.
That almost doubles your stealth score. All right,
I
that
love
puts
that
you
if you
to.
rolled perfectly, it would have doubled it.
Yeah, it would have. So yeah, 31. So yeah, I imagine you do pretty good. Although you're 31, there's some like special ops people who are like damn secret and sneaky, and I imagine like that scene ends with them like catching you, and there's like this moment where everybody thinks something bad's gonna happen to you, and then you guys just start laughing, and it's clear it's all jovial. Awesome. All right, Lynas, last vignette.
I think I want to go to the gym.
Okay,
Work-
what's
Well, actually, I don't want to work on my strength. I want to work on my constitution.
all right?
I
Cool.
don't know if that would be the gym or not. It
Uh,
could be the gym, I guess.
It could be the gym. So, you getting better at Constitution would make this actually a distinguishing feature in terms of, so like, also be thinking, because it would go from a 12 to a 13. So, what change happens to Linus's body for that to be a distinguishing feature if he succeeds. So this will be a you just have to roll your Constitution, and if you succeed, you don't get it. If you fail, you get it. So you want to roll over a 60. Hey, there you go.
Nice.
There you go, 81. All right, so that means your con score goes to a 13, and you have an above average con score at this point.
Oh my god.
So healthy.
Much
much-
health.
I now have 11 hit points.
Hell yeah,
Boom.
dude.
And I said that your hit points would never go up. Who am I? He went from a 10 to an 11. Hell yes.
Sick.
You live forever.
To above average.
Slightly above average. Hell yeah.
You live forever. All right.
But my charisma's still awkward.
So is mine. My charisma's
So-
8.
So your hit points equal to your strength plus con divided by 2 and rounded up. So yeah, you would definitely be at 11 hit points. Legit. All right.
Question, because we
Yes.
all did the improving things, and that's 2. Do I get another thing to do, and do they get another stat increase thing?
Everybody got 2
I just mean
vignettes.
because improved skill or stats is 2 separate skills or stats. So I was like,
You're right. I forgot about that. You get 2. So yes. Everybody who rolled that actually gets to do it again.
Oh.
So that was my bad. So
I was
yes.
just
So
checking.
no, that's a good catch. That was Hey, Mr. Noah, dude.
Dad, have you
I'm playing by the
downloaded
book.
Oculus?
I did, but we're not gonna. You're
Look
not
at
gonna
this
be able to play it
role
right now.
player.
Dad,
No, I
stop
read lots.
saying something. He
Huh?
said I was
Nerd.
going to be able to play the Roblox VR because he said I trash up.
Let me break up this fight.
He said I trash up my keyboard.
You do make your keyboard gross. That's true.
Yeah, but I don't trash it up like dumb.
But
yeah,
I like it when my keyboard's
gross.
Yeah, both of you guys make your keyboard
I just
super
get
gross.
dust on it.
No, it's like gross. But we'll fix it later, okay? Why don't you guys go do chores? Chores are fun. Yay!
Chore daddy.
Meanwhile, Pranks is like, my keyboard's gross too, kids.
Joke's on you. You get
I'll
it from
have you
your
know,
dad.
I wiped off my keyboard just a month ago. That's right.
Yeah, baby.
Clean as the day it was bought.
I don't want to do chores.
Oh, she plays it. Okay, so yeah, you guys each get 2 stats or 2 skills to increase. So let's go back to Constance. What is the other stat that you would like to increase? You increased your
Well, I've already
dexterity
done
once.
2. I did the dexterity and the firearms.
So you get 2 more because you're doing it twice.
I wasn't going to do it twice. I was going to do something else for my second sort of thing.
Got you. Okay, so then what is the second thing? I get what you're saying. So your dex and your guns were the one. Got it. All right, so
Yeah.
what's the next vignette?
So I'm going to jump back a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry. With all the work that she's been doing, I'm gonna invoke a stay on the case. She spent many days, many nights, trying to cover up certain things, writing this paper. Maybe she's delving into some old case files and looking for some weird occulty stuff that may or may not be helpful. I won't know. I just think it sounds really interesting and I want to do it.
Can I suggest
And it
something?
kind of rolls
One that would actually relate well to you?
Mhm.
Marlene is still out there.
Oh my god, yes.
All right. All right, so you stay on the case trying to get some type of information about Marlene. So this is stay on the case.
Oh, that works so well because I wrote about how she couldn't help Marlene and she couldn't help Christina and the baby. Christina and the baby are dead. Marlene's not dead though. I mean, Marlene kind of is, but the demon is around.
I have to secretly roll something.
I know. I wouldn't
I'm gonna-
even know if it's good info or bad. I love it.
Yeah. All right. So this is gonna be. Oh, that's Willy. I was like, that doesn't sound like Constance. Her occult is much higher.
70.
Or criminology. Well, if Marlene is what you're doing, it makes sense that occult would be the thing. I'm going to do a quick test to make certain you guys can't see. This is a psychotherapy, but you can see that, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That's why we do the old secret.
Something to tell you.
You got something to tell me. What's
So
that?
it's about school.
Okay.
Tomorrow, my teacher's gonna send
I got
us a letter,
suspended.
and we're gonna have something, but she's gonna send you a letter.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
Like, I don't know what the letter is about.
That's okay. You don't have to
Well,
tell me.
we're gonna have like a party or
Okay.
something.
Oh, okay. So it's about a party.
It's
Parties!
a party at school.
Legit. Sounds
Oh
good,
yeah,
buddy.
parties! Let's go.
Computer.
Hell
No,
yeah.
you can't play on your computer. Okay, so then now I'm going to try doing another secret roll, military science. You shouldn't be able to see this one, correct?
I don't see anything.
Perfect. All right, so then only chat will see the roll for occult for you.
Ooh.
So this is stay on the case. So this is one bond that's going to be reduced as you let a responsibility lapse.
I haven't seen Becky in a while. She's getting real pissed off at me.
Success means you uncover some pertinent clue of the handler's devising, especially a valuable one with a critical. Failure means you find nothing. A fumble means you find something, find a valuable clue, but it will turn out to be dangerously wrong. So you're looking through all of these occult tomes about creatures that seem to inhabit bodies, almost like ghosts. But the way that Marlene talked wasn't just a ghost, it was some type of spirit from another dimension or something. You feel like you find an actual incantation and ritual that should you be able to trap the walking corpse in the future or something similar, that you would be able to expel them from this world and from this reality altogether.
Okay.
It will cost willpower to perform this ritual, and the person will actually have to be trapped for hours to be able to make it work.
Right, so you have to like keep them there and do the incantation for a long time. Kind of like the Star People song, how we have to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. So now I
Gotcha.
need you to roll 1d6 minus 3. And we'll see if you recover sanity or if you lose some sanity as a result of this deep dive. So nothing. You...
Cool.
Yeah. You feel some amount of coming to terms with the whole Marlene thing, or at the very least preparing yourself for the future or something like that.
But
Okay.
doesn't feel better about it because there's that knowledge of she was looking for a new host. There's no way that I would be able to actually find her.
And God knows where she is at this point. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Let us go back to let's go back to Lynas and Beau. You guys each get one additional stat or skill to improve, because you guys chose the improve skills or stats.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out which one I want.
That's okay.
What's human? Is that like insight?
Yes, Hum Int is like insight, being able to
Okay.
know if somebody's lying to you or not.
Okay, I want to do that.
Ash
Okay.
always
I wanna-
knows when someone's lying to her.
I figured like maybe like I'm just gonna blurt this out and you like I'm just winging it right now. You tell me if it's good or bad or change it. So I feel like maybe people watching, listening in on people's conversations, trying to figure out if they're lying, telling the truth, that kind of thing.
Sure. How about I add something to that, if it's okay?
Okay, yeah.
So I imagine like one day you're sitting and you're just going through this process of listening to people, and eventually a what appears to be kind of like a high-ranking person, you see they're a part of kind of like the intelligence division of your particular like military group, squad, whatever. And they come over, they see what you're trying to do, and they sit next to you one day, and I imagine he's got like a sandwich and he's eating it, and he's like, yeah, that guy's trying to lie to someone. And he just kind of like keeps like eating the sandwich. It's like, you gotta listen to their voice. Sometimes they're little imperceptive movements that they make. And so kind of like, he's like almost taking this time to tutor you.
Right.
And then he kind of like
watching
gives you
people's body language and stuff like that.
Yeah. Then he gives you kind of like an elbow. And he's like, yeah, you give it a try. And so go ahead and roll me human.
Can I watch TV?
You can watch TV, buddy. Will you close the door though, son? Thank you, buddy.
Failure!
Good job. All right, roll me 3d6.
Oh!
If only somebody had a reroll to help you.
Oh,
Right.
if only. Anyway, moving on.
Damn.
Cold-blooded. All
Man,
right.
that reroll is going to save my arm when Prankster tries to chop it off.
Well, I'm up to 20 now.
You're up to 20. So he's like, he sees that you're kind of working at it. He's like, and he sees that you're kind of getting it, but then he looks at you and he's like, yeah, you're gonna want to keep working on that. Yep. Then he like pats you on the back.
Ah, my back. Oh, ouch.
Legit. Okay, now Lynas, you are up. What is the second skill or stat you would like to improve?
If there's any of the skills I would want to improve, there's no way I would actually be able to improve them. They're too high.
Yeah, all your favorite
Wow.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Brag about it.
Well, well, I want the ones that are bad to stay bad, you know?
Yeah, you like having a full character, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, I want to do surgery, but surgery's at 70%. That's a...
If you would like, you could take on like another science, like you begin dabbling or studying in a different science, or because you know that the
You could
Migo
learn
come from the
Latin.
stars. It could be that you're like, I wanna look at astronomy, because I know that there's something more out there.
Interesting.
Just a thought.
I think learning a new science would be fun.
Physics.
You could start writing scripts. It's pretty fun.
Start writing scripts. I don't think my dude's a computer nerd. I'm sorry.
You could write. You could write a. You could write a. Like a doctor's book.
Yeah, I could write a. What are they called?
I don't remember.
Oh man, a thesis. Is it a thesis? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, that's a thing. I don't know if that's what you mean.
Like a doctoral.
Thank
you did see like you did see like the fungus kind of like ebbing and flowing in and out of reality. It was weird. It could be that piqued an interest in like physics for you.
Yeah.
Like, how is that possible?
Weird.
We're googling the different sciences right now.
While he's
Come on.
googling, can you look at your DMs real quick, Prankster?
I can. Oh, I have one for my wife as well.
No, it wasn't me.
No, I know, but she knows when she can't get a hold of me, she messages me through Discord, which is funny.
Either. There's some good ones.
Okay. So, while you're doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Constance really quick because she developed a mental disorder, and we're going to touch base on that before we really move on quick. Make sense? And so,
yeah, I did.
so Outlaw, as a result of the last mission, you hit a breaking point. So you're breaking point isn't 56. It is
48.
Yeah, what is your power times 5?
60.
No, 70. So that would have been your sanity. Your starting sanity would have been 70. So you're okay.
Sure.
All right. So
Either way, I hit breaking point.
yeah, you hit your breaking point, which would have been the first one was 56, which you hit. So then the next one would be 56 minus 14, so 42. So that's your new breaking point is 42 because you already hit your first one. Make sense? So how has Constance reacted to getting to that breaking point, being driven temporarily insane? Like in the aftermath of like you woke up, it happened when you were sleeping. You were already on the edge, and then the Migo took that last point of sanity from you. And so you woke up a little insane.
I think it really exacerbated the even though it wasn't through helplessness that she kind of went insane. It really exacerbated that feeling of unnatural helplessness. Like she was literally mind controlled into standing there and watching through the whole Brent like doing the song thing.
Sure.
She has nightmares about Christina and the baby not being able to save them. She like will not talk to. As much as Eric probably asks, what happened up there, she will not talk about it because she literally stabbed a woman in the throat. Doesn't want to think about it too much, and because of that, when things get a little bit tough, she has a little bit of an episode and has developed depersonalization disorder.
So
That weird. She feels like she did when she was stuck there watching Brent. Like that will just overcome her.
So I think it's important to go over the timing of all of this. You were on the cusp of breaking. You were at 1 when you made it down the mountain.
Yeah.
Because of how the game works, technically you would have actually recovered sanity in thinking about this because you saw Amigo die. One of the things that would bump your sanity up would have been that. So I know you've been excited about developing a mental disorder.
I don't care.
So I'm gonna, if you want to keep it, you absolutely can. But I think mechanically speaking, you fulfilled the mission objectives. And not only did you fulfill the mission objectives, you also watched the Migo get died and all those things. So that would have bumped your sanity up before you would have gone insane. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you. Do you want the mental disorder or not? I'll let you have it if you want.
All right, we roll for it.
Yes. Okay. 86 is the worst possible result.
Well,
so I guess you're keeping it.
mental disorder.
All right. I have to go get my wife our card. When I get back, we're going to introduce our 2 new friends, and we're going to jump right. We're going to into it. Take this moment to go to the bathroom if you need to. Sorry, my love. Ow! There's a door jam.
What skill are you gonna do, Willy? Cool.
Good talk. Good talk.
So good. I fucking rolled 3 ones, dude. That sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, but once the game starts, 3 1s is amazing.
That would have been like a crit fail on fucking.
Oh my God,
Yeah, but in Delta Green, it's like a super pass.
Right?
I can't believe I just rolled an 86. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I don't know if house rules are explained, Vindo. No matter if it's a pass or a fail, 69 is the best possible outcome and 86 is the worst possible outcome.
Right, because you just got 86th.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I'm excited to meet your guys' characters.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Also, Aya's like icon is freaking me out because it looks almost like a real person, but not.
Yeah.
It's so close to looking like an actual person. It's freaking me out. I love that Irish is drawing you like sitting down, like squatting down as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, oh, she's got the little. I made bodies.
Used to draw on all of them.
Back.
Hi, I asked what skill you were going to work on, and there was silence. It's funny.
Physics.
Sick.
Yeah. Hated physics.
When a problem comes along, you must physics.
Hey, Irish.
Yeah.
Can you add a picture to the our little home screen here of Sienna's brain in a jar?
Yes,
you know,
of course I can.
prosperity.
But like, far away from the rest of us.
Yeah, far away. Yeah.
Cool.
Distance.
Alrighty. Are we all back and ready to roll?
Willy's got to do his physics.
Oh, you're going to do physics. Fun.
Physics.
I like it. It's going to change it up to a different thing. All right. So, yeah. So, Willy, the sight of the fungus is still in your mind. You're intrigued by it and everything going on. So you decide to do some learning. Now, I think for a skill you're not trained in, like physics, I think it might be like your intelligence times 5, if I recall. Let me just double check.
So 90.
Describe what your agent is doing. Oh, so that's actually just a stat. So, okay, as long as you don't roll a 1, you'll increase your physics.
So do I just roll intelligence?
Yeah, just roll a D100. I was wrong. Just roll a D100. As long as you don't roll a 1, you will begin to learn physics.
Or an 86.
Or,
Then you'd actually get blasted surgery.
I rolled a 26.
26. That is a fail, which means you have succeeded. So
Yay.
one of your bonds is going to reduce by 1. So that's that's the first thing. And you will gain 3d6 points in physics. So what we actually need to do is, because you have a science biology, we actually need to make a whole different. Wait, do you have 2 areas for science biology?
Do I?
Yeah.
I guess I do.
All right, we're just going to go ahead and change that
Hey,
one
where's
down.
the other one?
It's under your foreign languages and other skills, but I'm going to change it to physics. And go ahead and roll those 3d6, and we'll see what you get. $10. All right.
Nice.
You have a score of 10 in physics, which I believe is average for a roll like that. So there you go.
All right.
All right, so you begin to dabble and pick it up as a hobby. So we've got a couple things happening with our previous agents. Lynas is out learning physics. Beau is out playing hide and go seek. Constance is delving into these tomes. Why don't we take a look at some of our new characters now? Which of you would like to go first to set the scene for just where we see your, you're not going to get like a vignette where you get to improve something. I just want to know how we see your characters before they get called to a mission. So why don't you describe, we'll go with Bucha first. Bucha, why don't you describe to us what we see at his regular job?
Oh, okay. So Bucha is at his regular job. He's just, sitting in the back punching on a computer, like with his left hand. I'm sorry, with his right hand while he's writing with his left hand about like trying to make sure he's got everything documented.
What
that
is
he's
his
got a
regular
digital
job?
copy. He is a evidence control specialist for the LAPD.
All right, so the camera then, we see a LAPD building. You know, you can see the cop cars coming in and out, maybe a couple police officers on the sidewalks moving. It's a warm day. Camera goes through like the main doors and you see perps being walked. You see, detectives, maybe talking to some people just like up against a wall. There's an intake person kind of talking to people, handling, complaints from neighbors in the area. And eventually the camera winds through the walls, police moving to and fro. And we make our way to the back and we see Bucha sitting in his office. And so continue.
He's probably going through and he's probably got like a giant pile of money on one side that is getting run through like a counter, like the counters.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's got a couple of firearms that are tagged and then probably like a couple packs of like drugs that he's cataloging and everything else, and then he'll go through and slap it with the evidence sticker, what the case number was from, where the information that is required for that. And so that's what he's doing currently.
Okay.
And he's probably got like an old Walkman set on, like listening to like something and kind of like bopping to it.
That's fun. I like that. Cool. And so at the very bottom of the screen, in kind of the green type that we actually see on our Twitch channel here, it just says Camerin Bucha. And it says
Bucha.
Bucha. It says like June 28th, 2023, as he's working at all of this. All right. And then fade to our next new person. Who do we see?
You see Ava. She's in her 20s. She's kind of nerdy looking, and she's sat in front of a bank of computer monitors. She's multiple PCs, laptops all surrounding her, and she's probably playing video games on at least one of them. Monitoring stuff that's going on some of the others, and she's typing away, and she's not really got a regular job as such. She's a hacker. She contracts, and at the moment she's altering test scores for some students. Wealthy parents have contacted her. They want their kids to do well at private school, and they pay good money for it. So she's, that's easy for her. It's literally, she can do it while she's playing video games, not even break a sweat.
Fun.
And that's what she's doing.
All right. Cool. I like it.
Read that. Hey, I've still got that spreadsheet, okay?
All right, legit. Excuse me. All right, so we see all of this going on. Now, some of you already live in the UK. I know that Beau is a soldier in the UK. I know that Ava lives in the UK. But all of you find yourselves in the UK for one thing or another. What is it? Why are you either going back to this place, or why are you visiting this country for the first time, or maybe the second time?
Oh, actually, I've got a good one, because I was reading through my letter that I left for in case I die, like for Eric. So I'm gonna say Constance is back in the UK because she's just been to her brother's wedding.
Okay, so she's back in the UK for her brother's wedding.
Mhm.
So we'll start with that. We see a is it an outdoor wedding or an indoor wedding?
It is outdoor.
All right, so it is a non-rainy day in England, and it's a
Oh my god.
green
Oh my
field. Sun is out,
A lot.
clouds. But there's a little archway, and there's kind of a reverend up front, and he's got the white collar, and the black dress that he would normally wear, and you could see up there, you can hear just like the mumbling, like going through the vows and some of the liturgy that would happen at a service like that. I imagine it's probably both sides of the aisle are filled with your brother's family, which would include you as well as the bride's family.
He's a military person as well, so I imagine there's a lot of army dudes.
Okay, a lot of army dudes. Maybe Beau is there, for all we know.
Ooh. Is his name Owen Vader by any chance?
Yeah, is his name Owen Vader?
Unfortunately, his name is Killian Jenkins.
Scratch it
Damn
out.
it.
Put Killian Jenkins. I'll allow it. I'm the GM. So you're sitting on the side, and you get a text message to your phone. And essentially what it says is opera tickets off, half off. Go to this particular place to claim them. And given our conversation from earlier, you would know that that's code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for going to the opera.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Constance hates the opera, so she's going to ignore the 10. No, I'm kidding. You know what? The day is getting on. She's already had a few drinks. She's going to have another one and say goodbye to her brother. It's getting late. Get in a cab.
Sure. Yeah. So the evening kind of goes on, and
I'll probably make it quite clear she's not in a huge rush because she's a
Yeah.
little
And
tense about it.
And the vibe that you get from this is that it's not like you don't need to like rush there right now. So you've got some time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see
She needs to compose herself for whatever is going to go on there because she's a little spooked. A few more drinks, head back home for the night, and then deal with it.
Sure. So we see you saying bye to everybody, and then I imagine like you've got this like smile on, saying goodbye to everybody, and then like the moment like your back turns and you're leaving and there's no one else in sight, you get this like grim look of determination on your face. Booch, why are you in the UK?
Pen Expo.
Pen Expo.
Pen Expo. So you got to have that sweet pen to do all this paperwork, and UK's got the best pens, man.
All right, UK's got the best
Matt,
pens.
You gonna Parker pen? You gonna cool fountain pen?
Yeah, cool fountain pen.
You're gonna get that sweet
Fucking
fountain pen.
nerd.
Awesome. So as you are in the middle of this, I imagine it's like there's like a guy up on stage and he's dressed like one of those trendy tech people. And he's like, let me talk about the new future of pens. Check out the Pen Expo 3001. And like image flashes on the screen and it's got the 3000 version, but like it's clearly like in kind of a dulled out sepia tone to make it seem like this is the old thing. And then the new one pops up and it's got like a sweet ass grip on it, but it is vibrant as hell. Like and he's like, we found through science that the way that people grip their pens sometimes cause some cramps. What if I told you that we created a pen where there would be no cramps? And you see like a hush go through the crowd.
He's probably sitting there like rubbing his hands, like, yeah, show me that sweet, sweet pain.
And so like, yeah, so like, you know, there's like some lights that go off, some like fog machine like kicks in, and
God.
and then from like the ceiling are like thousands of these new pens. And he says,
Like he's standing up, like clapping. Like,
yeah, everybody's like so excited about these new pens. And he's like, and let me tell you, some of the people that come into Pen Expo, you're going to get one of these bad boys today. Go on, take it back. And let's change the world. One
he's probably
stroke
throwing some
at a
elbows
time.
to like get up there.
Yeah.
Since like, yeah, he's probably like pushing out like some of the, like the weaker looking of the herd.
What a fucking loser.
So, yeah, during this whole rush, you feel like a hand like slip into maybe your coat pocket or something. You're like, that's weird. So you probably like go to check your wallet to make it certain it's there. Like you thought maybe like somebody was trying to steal it. But instead you find a piece of paper, and on it, it says, you're invited to a night at the opera. We're going to need you to go to, I wrote it down. Give me a second here. No, I didn't write it down because I'm a nerd. You get an address for a place to go to in Coventry, England, which you would know to be east of Birmingham.
Oh, why'd you pick Coventry?
What's wrong with Coventry?
It's horrible. It's worse than Bradford.
Oh my god, I didn't know that Coventry had. Is this like specifically you hate Coventry, or is it like all people in the UK hate Coventry?
I mean, Coventry generally isn't looked upon well
Favorably.
in a positive light.
Well, we're going to add to that reputation then with this particular story.
Sick.
Wow. All of the
Could've
fine
actually-
listeners from Coventry, I just want you to know we love you. Even though
I mean,
Outlaw clearly hates you with a white hot passion.
could have been worse. You could have picked Hull. That was like voted City of Culture because it's just so bad.
I did see that it was voted as the City of Culture in 2021, but that had no.
No, wait, Coventry was?
Apparently, I'm just doing a little bit of research on Coventry. I was looking for a little town near a big city, and that looked
boy.
little in comparison, okay?
That
Man.
makes so much more sense. Yeah, you picked a City of Culture, you fool. Okay, let's do this.
Wow. I don't like where this is going. I'm not going to
Let's
lie.
go.
So, you're to go to Coventry College, which is downtown in Coventry, UK. Next up, Beau.
Yay.
You are in the middle of one of your extreme hide and go seek adventures
dude.
with your friends. And you're like, man, I found the best spot ever. You actually hid yourself in a crate.
Yes.
You got the lid on and everything. You're like, there's no way anybody is going to be able to find me. As all of this is going on, the lid for your crate like opens, like just like the like the edge, and your breath like you hold it like, oh shit, I've been found, and like a little piece of paper like slips in and just like wafts down until it lands in your lap, and there it is, not hiding. It is in your lap. What do you do?
I pick it up.
A night at the opera. You are also invited to Coventry College in the UK. They give you a specific kind of like meeting hall that they would like for you to meet after hours.
So I feel like Beau would like press our lips together like really tight. And slowly nod her head as if to say, oh shit, it's again.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
I imagine too, it's got to be kind of like a break because you're in the middle of doing something that's fun and very life giving.
Yeah.
You're being pulled back into this terrible.
We were
place.
healing. Ugh.
But I feel like she would continue the game because it might be LS.
Fair.
Oh my god.
She's not wrong.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the last 20-30 minutes with our military buddies before taking some leave and packing up a car and heading out.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Ah, crap. Did Roll20 screw up on me? I think it did. I might have to restart it. Lame. I can't even hit the restart button. Oh well, we'll find out. I'm gonna give it a second. All right. Ava. You are, it's another late night for you as you are plucking away at the keystrokes, changing the grades for another prestigious family so that they can get into a university that they definitely didn't earn. You get, I imagine that your security is like beyond, it's got to be amazing. Yeah. And so it comes as a surprise to you when on your email you get something like plop up, which I imagine is like just over there for you to look at, right? Like on another screen or something. God, I got to shut down all of Roll20. As you are looking at it, it's tickets to the opera in Coventry College for a date that is the very next day, July 8th of July, 2023.
Ooh, that's 4 days after my birthday.
How do you respond?
Well, as she's reading this message, on one of her other screens, all you can see is "you died." So she's kind of pissed. Throws the controller. Yeah, she just.
Foreshadowing.
I know, right? But yeah, she's gonna finish up what she's doing and then make arrangements because she lives down in the Isle of Wight, so she's got to get a ferry across and stuff. But
Oh, nice.
she shoves her laptop and her backup laptop in a rucksack and slings it on her back, gets on her motorbike, and makes her way to the ferry terminal.
All right. Cool. Legit. Finally, Lynas, we come to you. What are you doing?
Why am I in the UK?
Yeah.
Simple. There was a convention, and I had to learn about physics. So I went to the convention in the UK.
All right, that's fair. You get all excited about this new special interest of yours. It's a deep dive, and you dive pretty deep into it. It occurs to you that Beau lives here, as well as Constance did at one time. She's from the UK, although she's since moved.
Family there, you know.
Yeah, although she has since moved back to. Although she's since moved to New York.
If you would join us.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Or I think that was a follow. Unfortunately, I'm
That was
not
a
looking
raid,
at my
prankster.
stream. It was a raid. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, Botus.
Hey,
Thanks,
sick.
man. How are you, buddy?
Welcome,
Hi.
Raiders.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone. We are playing the TTRPG called Delta Green. It is a, it's like D&D, but X-Files is the best way I can describe it. So it's in a modern day setting, and we're just kind of setting the scene. We're just jumping into this mission, so this is really good timing.
We're all gonna die.
Probably. Just some slight Diablo
Or probably
forward
just me again. Who knows?
Oh man, I haven't played Diablo since Diablo Immortal. I tried playing that, or maybe I'll specifically target Aya's character because that's fun to target her.
Okay.
Always works out well.
It always works out well. All right, so Lynas, you are in the UK for a conference about physics, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You know what? This will be fun. So I imagine you come to like the building where this lecture is going to be held, and at the very bottom it just says special guest tonight, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Thanks, Bodis. I
You
appreciate
call me a
man.
nerd? What the fuck?
I'm sorry, he didn't go to a convention for pens.
You leave my pen out of this.
You let the man have his pen.
In my defense, I called Bucha a loser or a nerd.
Hey,
Wow.
Wait, yours is
See, if
sixth
you
place?
get
Yeah,
sick
Ava's a
leave.
nerd.
This
Yeah.
2023?
Yeah.
It is 2000. It is July 8th, 2023.
Gotcha.
Just as you're about to enter to listen to this amazing lecture and to maybe even like get an autograph with this, renowned astronomer.
I have my book.
Have your book, right?
My yes.
You get a text message on your phone, and it just says, "Opera tickets half off. Come claim them at Coventry, England, in Coventry College. Come on downtown to claim your tickets." And you know beyond a shadow of a doubt what that is. How do you respond?
Yeah, I'll get to it. I'm gonna listen to his speech first.
Okay.
Just reply with new phone, who dares?
New phone, who dis? He it looks at you. You respond like that, and it just says, "We really encourage you to come pick up these tickets." But it's not the meeting isn't until tomorrow morning, so you know that you can actually go to your lecture tonight.
Oh, wonderful. I'll go do it after my lecture. After I listen to Neil and get his autograph.
After you listen to Neil, you guys are on a first name basis now.
Oh damn it, you Mike did the thing.
Yeah,
I
you
have his,
did.
Am I okay
There we go.
now?
Yeah, you good now.
Can I have his autograph?
No.
I tell you what, let's roll a luck check to see if you can get his. This will be our first official roll to see if you can get
Autograph.
this guy's autograph.
Give me his autograph.
All right, let's see, success or fail. Fail. So you're in line.
Oh,
You're in line to get Neil deGrasse Tyson's autograph, and it's like they're like the lecture was fantastic. You learned a lot about physics and all of these things, and the bouncer like draws a line like right before you, like you would have been the next one, and he's like, "I'm sorry, this will be the last one." And you could see he's like within reach of you. You're like 4 people away.
With my newfound strength, I'm going to run away.
Legit. All
Clip
right.
puffs his chest for a second and then just runs.
So you play. You get sad. That's what you do.
No, I'm a failure.
he's a failure. Yeah.
Failure.
I'm a failure. All right. So all of you get the word that you need to go to Coventry College the very next day in the morning. Luckily, it's a Friday night, and so Saturday it shouldn't be too terribly occupied. I keep giving you images just to try and kind of help us understand
Yeah,
geographically. I know it helps me.
Thanks for that.
I know that you probably don't need it based on your very catty tone, but
I love looking at Coventry. Love it
You know
so
what?
much. Wow.
you know what? I am going to take away your bottle cap. I can do that. I'm the
Ha.
GM. Taking away.
Okay.
That'll teach you.
Okay.
Wow. A lot of pettiness all around. I love it. You find kind of like the meeting room that you were supposed to...
And it's officially started.
You find I got you.
I'm sorry.
We're playing.
You find this meeting room where it's clear that teachers come together to talk about the various, things that are happening within the college. And let's go ahead and change it up here, audio-wise. Dark fantasy, complex mind. Each of you come in one by one. Beau, I imagine you're probably the first one to show up, being a soldier.
Okay.
And so it's got to be I don't know if it's a welcome sight, but how do you respond when you see Constance walk in as well? The last time you saw her, mind you, was in Montana months ago.
Yeah. While she's waiting, she's like, her mind is like just going crazy thinking of who she'll be put with this time. And then when Constance walks through the door, her face just lights up. And she runs over and gives her a big hug.
This is probably like the first time Constance has smiled since leaving her brother's wedding. She's like genuinely relieved to see you.
Oh man, it's been so long. How are you?
Awesome.
Great. It's just really, really, really good.
Oh man, can't believe we're doing this again.
Well, if there's anyone I want to be doing this with, it's you.
Yeah,
Likewise. Been through a lot.
Cool. And sure enough, a few moments later, a new face comes, and it appears to be a young woman in her 20s. You do not know this woman.
As Ava comes in, she takes a seat kind of as far away from the others as possible. She doesn't know them. She's kind of wary of strangers anyway. So she's just going to sit right at the end of the table and just kind of size them up a little bit, you know.
Shortly after, another new face, Bucha. How do you enter in? How do you, do you introduce yourself? Do you just...
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna walk through the door and see other people here, look at his, watch. All right. Hi, my name's Bucha. Nice to meet you. And he'll extend his hand out to whoever is the closest.
Yeah, Constance will take your hand. Like, hi, yep, I'm nice to meet you. I'm Constance.
And then he'll go over to Beau and extend his hand.
Beau will shake his hand very firmly.
That's a tight grip you got there.
And
then
Beau,
he'll go.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And then he'll go down to the one that's sitting all the way at the corner and extend his hand and be like, hello.
Ava will say hi back. She's not going near his hand, but she'll just kind of lift her hand up a little tiny wave.
He'll change it to a wave, I guess. Like that weird, awkward, you left me hanging, but cool. That's right. And then he'll go and he'll sit at the table. Just kind of looking around, probably fiddling with his new pen.
Yeah, Constance is sitting right next to Beau to the point where Beau is definitely close enough to see her leg just shaking up and down. You know, when you're nervous and
Yeah, the nervous leg shake.
No.
Yeah, I do that in real life all the time.
Yeah.
All right. And last but not least, entering into the room.
I'm just gonna stand by the doorway.
From the outside?
Lean on the door frame like I've arrived.
I want to walk in, stand right next to the door. I'm not gonna take a seat.
Okay. Do you say hello to to them at all, or do you're kind of standoffish?
I make eye contact.
Okay. You make
Does he look any different? Does Lynas look any different?
Not really. Maybe just a tiny tad bit more muscular, but that's it.
Lynas?
Lynas got ripped.
I wouldn't say he's ripped.
No. Yeah, Constance does kind of like a double take because like just assumes it's someone else walking into the room, realize it's you, and gives you a little smile and wave.
Beau's gonna walk over and like pat him on the shoulder and feel his muscles on his shoulder. It's like, man, good job, buddy.
You've been working out.
What are you doing?
It's been a while.
Hi.
Give me like a little
Then
smile.
she'll awkwardly walk back to her seat and sit down.
Okay.
I love that Constance and Beau are the only people in this room that feel actually Bucha as well, the only talkative one.
Yeah.
After some time goes by, a few moments, a new person enters in. A very well-dressed man with hair parted to the side. Looks definitely an agent of some kind. He sits down and he says, "I'll be your handler for this mission. You can call me Agent Cooper." And he kind of like flashes what appears to be M5 credentials, which you'd know to be, counterterrorism, counterintelligence in UK itself. Let me get down to brass tacks, shall I? M5 Special Agent Arthur Donnelly killed himself in the house on 37 Celio Walk in Coventry. That is in the Holbrooks neighborhood in the north. The agent, as best as we can find out, went to 37 Celio Walk 2 weeks ago without informing any of his Delta Green contacts or following the usual protocols, and nobody knows why. Donnelly's ex-wife called the Birmingham M5 office where Donnelly worked and reported him missing. Now, 2 agents from the Birmingham office checked his apartment the next day. They found that he had unaccountably left his cell phone behind. The day after that, they worked with Donnelly's cell phone provider to track his phone's recent movements. They found a number of unexplained visits to 37 Celio Walk. Apparently, this was not his first time going there, unfortunately.
Are you sure he wasn't just having an affair? People do that.
Well, let me continue.
Oh, okay.
The next day, the agents checked the Celio house, and they found Donnelly's body in the master bedroom. His throat had been cut cleanly, as if with a straight razor, and his blood had drenched the walls. One of the agents said it looked like someone had set off a bomb full of blood. The FBI agents notified the Meadowbrook police, who called in the county's coroner. The coroner half-heartedly ruled the death a suicide, though no suicide weapon was found. More significant than the suicide itself was the fact that Donnelly had followed in the footsteps of, and he kind of like goes through some paperwork, Yamila Isari, the house's former owner. Her body had been found under the precisely same circumstances 16 months before. The agents... We worked round the clock, M5, to make sure the official investigation of Donnelly's death ended there. And truth be told, and he kind of looks at Beau, Donnelly already had a reputation among his peers, backed by an interview with his ex-wife, as a depressive, obsessive, and often overwhelmed by stress. We all know how this can get to all of us. Judging by his movements and his web browser history, Donnelly had become preoccupied with the house on Celio Walk. The house has And he kind of like looks through some more paperwork, an admittedly strange history. But it was not related in any way to his work with M5 or any current criminal investigation. He went to the house, must have suffered an overwhelming emotional crisis, and killed himself. That is the story we are telling people. The tragedy was reported in the local newspaper, the Meadowbrook Sparrow. And it made the rounds on the internet for a day. Another Celio suicide is the tagline. The report quotes Donnelly's supervisor in the Birmingham M5 office as regretting that Agent Donnelly never talked about what must have been deep emotional distress. The supervisor says Donnelly's friends at M5 wish they could have done more to help him. Now, things have begun to calm down. If you are careful, we can keep it that way. Nobody has any official interest in seeing this mystery deepen. We do not want the public embarrassment of an agent going off the deep end. And the local police do not want the notoriety of a haunted house story going wide. Neighbors do not want the house's weird history to depress the local housing market. And if you tread lightly, the latest death at Celio Walk will soon be forgotten. Before I continue, do you have any other questions?
That was a
Bucha's-
lot of information. Can we get a copy of that?
Buch has been making notes this entire time.
Same with Constance.
And Ava's literally just pulled up the news report and everything like that she can find on the internet to do with this whole thing, Donnelly and the house and stuff.
Go ahead and
Linus fell
roll.
asleep.
Is that what the snoring was?
Go ahead and roll me a computer. Well, actually, you have an 80, right? That's crazy.
I do indeed.
So you're able to kind of like go back into the history of this home, and sure enough, 37 Celio Walk in the Holbrooks neighborhood in Coventry, UK, has a history going back farther than just the previous person. There are a number of unexplained deaths that seem to have happened specifically in this house. Some of them are explained. There have been multiple suicides, people who've been killed. One in particular ruled as a murder. But on the whole, this seems odd. It definitely raises your hackles.
As a side note, can you spell Celio for me?
Celilo.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, I advise you all to employ extreme caution when investigating the house at 37 Celio Walk. The house has been suspected in the past of somehow influencing people's behavior. I don't have more details than that, unfortunately. I would say, though, that considering the death of Agent Donnelly, you should take these suspicions very seriously. Now, I have 3 other things to help. And he pulls out 2 dossiers. Elizabeth's Tucker. She is an antiques dealer who actually lives in the Holbrook neighborhood. Apparently, she has been here for quite some time. And I would also suggest communicating with Emil Yarrow, who is a parapsychologist, and he actually works here at Coventry College. He's an associate professor of abnormal psychology here. Finally, not too terribly far away, and he just gives you coordinates. Just kind of like slips them on a piece of paper over to you. There's a green box that I would suggest looking at. Unfortunately, it's not in Holbrook. It's not even in Coventry. You will actually need to travel to Lutterworth to the east. It's not in the town itself. It's actually east of the town in the countryside. So you'll want to bring a shovel, possibly, to help you access that.
Sounds good.
So what is it exactly you are wanting us to do?
We need to know a few things. You are to determine the cause, the actual cause of M5 agent Arthur Donnelly's recent death. Donnelly was a veteran Delta Green agent, so this is odd. Next, you are to focus your attention on the house at Celia Way in the Holbrook neighborhood.
Is anyone currently living in that house, or do you not know that information?
The last person who apparently owned the house was Agent Arthur Donnelly.
Okay.
We need to determine whether this house represents an ongoing threat to the public. Now, once those two protocols are complete, you need to get in contact with me, at which point we will give you further instructions. Do you understand at least the initial parameters of your mission?
Yes.
Yep.
I believe so.
As he gives you kind of this bundle of paperwork to kind of help you look through these things, and at the very top, it says Operation Iago.
So do we get any kind of like cards that that can get us all access areas? Because we've done a mission before, and we got some little cards that helped us along the way to do our mission. Is there anything you can provide?
There's nothing that will loosen some lips more than a badge, for instance.
Yeah.
Yes. And he will, he actually will get out what appears to be kind of like some fake credentials that are M5 with your names. And it doesn't say that you are M5, it just says, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
Consultant?
Consultants. Yeah, you are M5 consultants looking into some information. Now, should anyone press you, keep in mind those won't hold up too long. But just keep that in mind. Okay?
Yep. Got it.
All right. There you go. If you have any is there any other information that you might have for me before entering into your investigation?
How will we contact you?
Another thing that he pulls out is a burner phone, which you are familiar with at this point. Just one. And he slides it across the table to you. Only use that when you are... keep in mind, do not keep our communications minimal, and if possible, in person.
Got it. I will slide the phone to Constance.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. Are there any other questions before continuing?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yes.
Who do we talk to about requisitioning, like, supplies of gear?
Within reason, we can supply you with some. Other than that, you will have to requisition it, find it yourself. Keep in mind, we want as little ties as possible to M5 and to Delta Green as to what is going on.
All right.
And so that would mean, and he looks at you very carefully, he says, that means at times we'll have to make paperwork disappear.
He just nods, like, I'm still gonna do it.
He's just compelled to fill out paperwork.
I gotta file it. But, like, he understands that it's gonna go in the
It's gonna be shredded and
it's
then
gonna get
burned and then the
filed
ashes scattered.
Yeah, it's gonna get filed in the NARP folder.
So the phone is a battered old cell phone. It's clear that it's old. It comes from an earlier generation of phones. It can call internationally, but it does not send any caller metadata. This, at the very least, Ava would be able to figure this out pretty simple because of her high computer engineering skill. The phone is already pre-programmed with numbers and addresses for Emil Yarrow, Elizabeth Tucker, and and my apologies. I said that it was out in a field. I misspoke. The green box is actually not in a field. It is in, what was the town I gave you? To the east, started with an L.
Ludworth.
Yeah.
Ludworth. It's in like a small storage facility in Ludworth, kind of out in the country a little bit. And it comes with a phone number for that storage facility. So the number that he passes you is actually the number for the unit. It is unit 2230.
Okie dokie.
Okay. If there are no other questions, I will leave it in your very capable hands. And communicate with me when you are ready. And he kind of gathers up, he gives you one kind of like copy of the notes, gives them to Butch because he's the paper guy, takes the other, kind of like places it underneath his arms, nods to you very curtly, and then walks out the door.
So,
At this point, it is up to you guys to determine how you would like to proceed. You have multiple avenues of investigation. You know that you have the actual home, the address. That's one possible one. You have the two different people that you could converse with. Right?
yeah.
And then you also have the green box, which you can explore as well.
I think we should start like any good mission starts. Head to the green box. What's the worst that can happen?
Right.
I thought you were going to say head to the house. What's the worst that could happen?
No.
I think we know the answer to that one.
In the file is kind of some like footage of what it looks like any house that you've seen before in red brick. So Jack Morgan would be very angry. But it is the house on the left for Cilio Walk. Nothing seems off about it. Seems like a normal house.
Damn, those are some big houses.
All right. So I heard one person say green box. Is that the decision of the group to check out the green box?
Sure.
Yeah.
We got a couple veteran green. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, like,
Only
Bucha is
not-
like, sure, you know what you're doing.
We have no idea what we're doing, but okay.
Okay, well, Constance is just gonna look over at Beau and Beau's opinion only, and just be like, green box,
Green box.
Green box.
green box.
Okay.
Do you guys want to ride with us, or do you have your own car? No. I got a car outside if you guys want to, jump in.
Yeah, I'll go with you. It's fine. You seem to know where you're going.
One on board. Little lady.
Lynas, I'm gonna throw a pen at Lynas.
Yes, what?
Okay.
What?
Okay there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm okay. Why?
We're thinking green box. You good with that plan? You wanna jump in those cars?
Sounds good.
Sick.
You head downstairs, making your way, excuse me. Making your way outside into Beau's car, and eventually hitting the road.
Ava, by the way, is just going to say, I'll meet you there. Hops on a bike and off she goes.
I was gonna say, is Ava impersonally
Yeah.
not coming with?
What kind of a bike? Like a motorcycle or just a bicycle?
Yeah, she's got her motorcycle. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ava gains 10 cool points.
Nice.
All right, you hit the road, making your way towards
Oh my
Coventry.
god, this road looks familiar.
Looks so
heading to the
familiar.
east. I'm gonna get some new images, but I was
I'm gonna be right back.
Hey,
That's
look, that's where you swam, Beau.
yeah. I was gonna get some new images, but I was busy
You
taking
thought,
care of
they
some
won't
other things.
remember.
No, I knew you were gonna remember. I need to get some. I got to get some new ones.
Oh, the memories.
What did I say? Ludworth? Is that what I said?
Lutterworth.
Lutterworth. Thank you. The Lutterworth store. It's a small lot. Like I said, east of the town itself. It's probably about an hour drive from where you guys are. I'm kind of looking to you because you guys would know actual traffic. Hour and a half.
Sure.
Depends on the day and what time, really.
We'll say an hour
And
and a half.
how far out in the country it is,
Sure. I need to start this again because I haven't really done a lot. My prepping last night was helping to make 2 new characters for Blue asked me for because she's very spurned because we haven't played Vigil's Remnant in a bit for Aya and Vindo, and yeah. So you guys begin to make your way east. Going through the small town of Lutterworth, heading out into the country with the directions that you were given with the address. The Lutterworth Storage is in a small lot, and it includes about 50 large storage sheds, surrounded by a 4-meter fence topped with razor wire to keep people out. There appears to be a single 2-room trailer that stands at the entrance, serving as an office, and the facility has what appears to be a few employees walking the premise and one in the actual office itself.
I'm back.
Okay. Any unit numbers? Let's see where we're going.
It is, I think it said 2230. Yes, 2230. So what do you do as you approach this storage facility?
Is it gated off?
It is. It is.
Okay.
It is fenced off. There's a gate towards the entrance. There's maybe you can see a few employees maybe walking the premise, and then of course you have what appears to be maybe a person in the front trailer office.
Is it like a public storage place, or is it a?
Yes. It doesn't.
Okay.
It looks like anybody could
All
rent
right,
a storage unit there. It doesn't look like it's a government thing.
All right. I guess we'll just drive up.
Okay. So
Gate open, or is it is it manned, like looking for keys or something, or?
no, it's the gate right now is opened for people to be able to
Right.
come in, but it's clearly something they'll close up after dark. right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you drive in. There's a small area for you to kind of like park. You park. You get out, and then there is, of course, the storage
And
units.
Ava's already waiting there, obviously.
Yeah,
She
Ava's
got there
already
first.
there. She was there first. Actually, let's roll a luck check. No, you already said it. I don't want to go back on that. That'd be kind of shitty. All of you get out, and you are before the trailer and the storage units. What do you do?
Whoa. I don't get out.
You stay
Oh
in
my
the
God.
then you stay in the car.
Jeez.
Hey, we might need you. Come on.
Come on, Lynas.
Huh?
Come on. Time to
Might
get out of the
need your
car.
expertise, dude. You never know. And look at them muscles, heavy lifting. I need
Yeah.
someone more than Beau, you know.
He's gonna look down. He's gonna look down. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's gonna look down at his feet and just kind of not acknowledge any of that. It's kind of weird for him to get a compliment like that. And he's just gonna shuffle his feet and get out.
Okay. Shuffles his feet and gets out.
Just like old times, huh?
Cycle time.
Okay. The trailer is in front of you. What do you do?
Did we get a key for it?
You do not have a key for it.
Oh.
Don't worry, I can rip open that lock. No problem.
Do you have any kind of paperwork for the storage unit in that bundle?
Bucha's gonna go through and be like, hold on, and then he's gonna like thumb through all of the paperwork.
Roll me
Is
a
there like
luck-
a code or?
Well,
I was thinking more like if there's any kind of documentation on it, I might be able to persuade and be like, oh no, I've lost my key. But here's a statement to say I pay for it. But it's kind of weird having someone else hold
It
the
does
key
not
for it.
specify outside of information that I've already given you. So roll me a luck check to see if you have some paperwork for it.
Come on, Booch.
Come on, Bucci.
Booch.
No modifiers.
Hey.
Yeah. You have a small, what appears to be a receipt from a couple months ago, payment, indicating a payment a few months ago. But other than that, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go ahead and like pull that out and then hand it to Constance.
So
So it looks like this is the only thing.
Okay. I can. Yeah.
We got it.
Looking in the trailer, who's like manning the desk sort of thing?
You see what appears to be an older man, maybe in like his early 50s, graying, balding hair. He has some kind of glasses on, and this is all you could see through the window. Just looks like he's kind of going through paperwork.
Hey
Oh,
guys, I can probably add your name to the storage unit rental agreement, so you know you can
I mean, you can
maybe
do that.
Can I do that? Yeah, probably.
That would be.
But
that would-
yeah,
that would-
give it a
that would
shot.
Definitely help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our MI5 credentials, are they an R name or are they a fake name?
They're in your names.
Okay, cool.
How do you proceed?
Well, I think Ava was gonna do some hacking stuff, no?
Some beep booping.
Some beepity booping.
So what is the beeping and booping that you're doing?
The beeping and booping. I'm gonna hack into the storage units, or try the storage units, like all their customer information and stuff, and put one of the guys on as sort of an authorized person on the account.
Okay, that sounds like a check. So go ahead and
Uh-huh.
give me a computer check just to make certain you can get it done.
Is that the SIGINT? Or computer science? Which is which? Like, I don't know.
Computer. I would say computer science for this particular one.
Okay, and whose name are we putting on there?
Give her mine.
Constance,
It's,
yeah.
Constance Jenkins.
Okay then.
Cool. Yeah, that's a success. So you're able to kind of like hack into their database online and change it with Constance as one of the authorized users.
While I'm there, can I find out, just for curiosity, because Ava's kind of, that's why she's working for Dark Green. She wants more information on stuff. She's extremely curious. Can I find out who rented the storage unit and when it was last accessed and by who?
Ooh.
Sure. I'll just give that with that check. You'd be able to like get into the database and be able to ascertain. It doesn't appear to be any name on the storage unit, which tracks with kind of what you guys do in the organization.
That makes sense.
But you would see that there have been people that have paid to kind of like keep the storage unit going. The most recent payment that you can ascertain was 4 months ago by an Arthur Donnelly.
That also tracks.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go, guys.
Okay. I'm gonna go see if I can't talk this guy into just getting as a spare key or something. Or...
Legit. So you walk in and you can feel kind of like the carpet underneath your feet, like a sound of a fan kind of in the background. Gray skies, as you know, can haunt England. And
I mean, it was a sunny day yesterday, which means we're due 10 weeks of rain.
Yeah.
100%. And so I imagine like as you enter in, the rain does begin to fall. You can still hear it kind of like tink, 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 tink on the roof outside. But you make your way in,
Nice.
and there's a man there, and he's like, "How can I help you?"
I'm gonna be like sort of frantically searching my bag, just like visibly flustered, and just kind of set it down on the desk and be like, "I'm so sorry. I'm just wondering if you can help me."
Mm-hmm.
I rented a unit here. I mean, I have a receipt in here still in my purse actually, and kind of pulled it out from a couple months ago. I've lost my key, and I was wondering if there's anything you can do to help. I have no idea where I put it.
I mean, we can help you get inside, but I'm going to need a receipt for the storage unit. And, of course, if there's any fees that have not been paid, they will have to be taken care of before we can give you access.
Yeah, of course.
And my apologies, by the way, I messed up. The unit has not been paid. It's not been for 4 months. It's actually been for 9 months that you can tell, Ava, that there has not been payment.
Okay.
Can we see how much was paid? Like on a payment? On a single payment?
Sure.
And like how far between the payments were?
I mean, can I just fudge those numbers? Hey, it's all paid up to date.
Shouldn't it be on the receipt?
Yes, actually. That is a good point. So the payment is about 120 pounds a month.
It's pretty cheap. Okay.
So it's been 9 months since it hasn't been paid, so you can ascertain that it will be 1,080 pounds.
A lot of money.
But Ava, you're more than welcome to try and do some screwy things, but that will be an additional computer science check.
Yeah, let's do it.
You went in to get information and alter one thing, so if you're going to alter another thing, I'm going to need another one.
Yep. Just try and do a bit of financial trickery in there.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Okay, cool. So, Constance, we're back to you. You're in front of this man. He said that any fees, do you let him see the receipt?
Yeah.
You see the receipt, which is from 9 months ago. He looks at it and he's like, yeah, 2230. Yeah, in 3 months, without even like looking at anything, he just says, yeah, in 3 months, this becomes the property of our store at the facility.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, I believe I made a payment a couple days ago.
A couple days ago.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I'm hoping it's cleared by now. Yeah.
So now, really quick, you did not communicate that. You're actually using
I'm
meta information.
fully lying. Constance is fully lying.
Okay.
You're trying to finagle her way into it. She has no idea that it's actually.
Roll me a check to deceive. I think that's persuade. I don't think there's an actual bluff. Is bluff a skill?
Nah, it's persuade.
No.
Just persuade. Okay. I always.
Is there a way
like
like I can
TTRPG
help her with this?
They're annoying.
Yeah, if you're there with her.
You left Whisper on, so it was just you, but it was a 39.
It was a 39. Yeah, go ahead and take Whisper off. My apologies.
Yeah, it's okay.
So yeah, he's like, oh, you made a payment. Okay. And
I'm hoping it's cleared. Jeez.
And are you doing? And what were you going to do to kind of back her up, Vindo?
Be like, yeah, I remember making the payment. I don't think I brought that receipt with me, unfortunately, but I can pull up my.
Oh, look, your emails. Maybe they.
My emails?
Yeah, like yeah.
I feel like
Get,
Ava's
like, confirmation
furiously
number.
typing in the background, trying to keep up with all the lies.
Absolutely. Every time they say, shall I just roll? Every time they say something, I've got to add more information.
You don't have to
I feel like
email. I don't even know you're doing it.
I feel like computers have become like a superpower.
It's only useful this one time, never again.
Yeah, it'll probably never be useful again.
So go ahead and roll me a computers check, and you also roll me a persuade check, Vindo. And let's see what happens. That's a success.
Ooh, it's getting a bit close.
Pretty
though,
close.
Isn't it?
That's a success. All right. So yeah, you are like, you get this, like, as you're speaking, like you could tell that like Ava has somehow hacked into your phone as well. And you can even see like maybe like a cursor moving furiously around and data. All of a sudden you have an account for this place, and this is essentially in your name, and it has showed recently paid.
I'm gonna
It's right there.
look over Bucha's shoulder and see that and be like, wait, what?
So yeah, he looks at that, and he like does a double take, and he goes to his own files and like brings it up, and like all of it's is like, oh, I guess you've made a payment. Okay. Damn it. All right. Well, yeah, I guess it all checks out. You've got the account, you've got the receipt. Yeah, go ahead. It's and he will like reach down, and he like grabs like kind of like goes to like a little safe underneath. You can see that he's like messing with some keys. Kind of like grabs one, closes it, pulls it out. I gotta make a copy, but since you guys lost your last copy, it's gonna be at least another £2 replacement fee.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I'll probably have some change in here, just like root through my bag.
Sounds good. And he
Who has
gets
changed these days?
you a
Have
copy.
you got a pound? I've only got £1. Have you got a pound, Beau?
Yeah, he has a £2 coin.
Oh, thank God, thank you.
Shit, I need
Damn,
to.
that's a heavy coin.
Ah, biggest coin we've got.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, I got the jokes today.
All right. So yeah, you got the key and you have access without even having to flash your badges or anything.
That's just how we do it.
You're scoundrels. You're scoundrels. Okay. The way is clear for you. It is raining. Are you just going to go right to the green box?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. Do like that mad dash through the rain, get undercover again.
Awesome.
As I'm walking by, I'll give Ava a little pat on the back. Be like, "Good job, buddy." Keep walking.
Okay.
She was just going to kind of stop in her tracks and smile a little bit to herself and then carry on.
Constance,
she's-
having no idea how that happened, is gonna turn to Bucha and Ava and be like, "What? How?"
Bucha's gonna be like, I actually have no idea.
Awesome.
Bureaucracy wins again.
Pure.
Yeah, I feel like Beau was like completely like just transfixed watching Ava work. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. I used to play a lot of Civilization 4 when it was out,
Great game.
and it was a great game. And there was I think that was the one that Leonard Nimoy narrated.
Yes.
And so at one point you unlock a tech called bureaucracy, and Leonard Nimoy's voice comes up and he just says, "The bureaucracy exists to serve the bureaucracy." And that, for whatever reason, has just never left my mind. Okay. You guys.
We did it. We won.
You
So,
won.
while this was
Yay.
going on, I'm reading my book.
Your physics book? Your Neil
Yeah, my
deGrasse
physics
Tyson
book.
book?
Your
Yeah.
unsigned book.
Oh, harsh. Okay.
So, is Lynas like an old man?
He is. Let's see, how old is he again? I don't actually remember how old I have him
Is
be.
he like mid to late 20s or something?
I think
Was he
so.
30s?
Wow, I didn't. He's 33.
Okay.
Yeah. Why'd you think he was old? Huh?
Just the
His
way
job
that
is
you were
aged.
talking, and it's like,
Jeez. You being ageist right now?
I mean, now I'm 35, so
I can bring back Charlie.
You make your way into the storage facility, finding 2230 on the outdoors. Shit.
I think I bought a big umbrella.
Need to get rid of that. I don't know if Chester's here. If you're here, will you help me with that? It's just a bot. So you make your way into the storage, yard. You pass two employees that are kind of like walking about. The owner, the guy who was kind of like in that trailer, kind of motions for them to come in out of the rain and talk, and so they move over, and the storage facility stands before you. 2230. You have the key and you can open it up.
We open it.
Okay.
I check for traps.
No,
All
we
right,
don't do that here.
guys.
Oh,
We are
right,
full
sorry.
All right. Let me go through everything because there's a ton in there, and then you can decide what you want to do. And actually, guys, funny enough, because I think this is how we ended our first session. We'll probably end after we open the green box because it's about that time we need to quit for our EU friends so that they're not up too terribly late. I know.
It's okay, we just need to wait 2 days.
You find an antique table. You find... I'm going to see if I can just copy and paste a lot of this. Make it easier for me. There we
It's
go.
a nice table.
You find a sofa bed. You find 2 plastic-wrapped twin mattresses. You find 3 empty biohazard containers. You find 2 bags of quick lime. You find 2 new shovels. You find 4 pairs of work gloves. You find a hat lamp. I'm not done. You find...
Constance's kind of bubbly attitude, the fake bubbly attitude so far, kind of just goes away when she sees the biohazard containers.
Yeah.
What is the address I gave you? 35, correct? 35 Celilio Way? 37. Sorry. You find... Did I say way or walk?
I have
Walk.
I thought it was walk.
It is walk. Okay, I keep seeing way in my head, and I keep saying it, so my bad. You find 14 empty quart-sized metal containers for gasoline with pour spouts. You find 2 empty gallon-sized plastic gasoline containers. You find 3 newly minted keys taped together in a piece of cardboard. On them, they say 37 Celio Walk.
Is there a way that we can get the car in here by any chance?
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna drive
Yeah.
the car up and
Back
back
it
it so
right
the boot's open.
With your military science, you would be able to ascertain there are 400 rounds of shotgun ammunition, 12
Is there?
gauge buckshot.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there an RPG?
I'm not done. I guess we'll find out.
Oh my god.
You find 2 new Mossberg shotguns with serial numbers ground off. You find...
Like, while this is happening, Booch is, like, scribbling, like, in his notepad, like,
Sure.
what he's seeing.
You find various fake identities made out for Special Agent Donnelly, including one as a Hollowbrook gas inspector and one as Assistant County Coroner. You find a Nikon F36 telephoto lens.
Oh, that's nice. That's real beaut.
You find a Nikon reflex camera.
I'm taking that.
You see a bunch of scribbled notes on a what appears to be a yellow legal pad.
Oh boy, you're going straight for the notes.
I'm just gonna put notes in capital for you because I know that's what you.
Thanks.
You see the remains of. You have another Nikon reflex camera because I forgot to copy. You find. You find the remains of 24 burned photographs. And finally, in the center of everything, you see a crumbling 4-foot-long wooden coffin covered in recent dirt.
Oh shit!
Oh, fun.
Not an RPG.
There is no RPG.
Well, it might be inside the coffin.
Come on, it's the UK. We don't have RPGs.
You guys got shotguns in here.
I know, and we'll get arrested if we see with them.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think we're taking those.
So,
That's true. This isn't America.
some of this is just stuff that you can kind of like hold on to for use however you want to. Like the sofa
Yeah.
bed, the mattresses, biohazard containers. There doesn't appear to be anything like written or anything secret about those things. Some of those things you'll have to investigate further. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to let you ask me about a few of these things, and then we will go from there.
Constance wants to look at the notes.
I want to look at the quicklime.
Okay.
I want to look at the burn photo.
Alrighty.
I do want to look at the coffin, but not yet.
The
I also want to wear the hat lamp.
You can wear the hat lamp. All right. So let's do this first. The quicklime. It's just quicklime, which you can use. That one's easy enough.
I'm gonna pick up the keys and pocket them.
Do you tell people, or do you just do it secretly?
Oh yeah, I'll tell them. It's for the
Jingle jangle.
the house, and I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay. All right. The next question is reports. Sorry, I'm just reporting this person. Sorry, I'm just taking care of that really quick. All right. The burned You can't really get too much of them, although it appears that the images, the photos appear to be like having some trace, like images of the exterior of 37 Celio Walk. And the photos are from like different eras. Okay. What was the other
Time
thing you guys...
travel pictures?
No, they just look like they're... Some of them are older, some of them are newer. That's all I was saying.
Constance is a curious being. She's going through the notes.
The notes. I know you're very excited about the notes. Well, how about I do this for you? Because I think you'll be very happy about this.
Oh, I like how Lynas is wearing his hat.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
These torn notebook pages are filled with the scrawl of somebody's handwriting. The first pages appear to be the most coherent. Whoever had written this, it seems like they give the sense that 37 Celio Walk had consumed this person's mind for years.
Were we not taught to write on the lines?
Yeah, that's honestly the biggest crime.
right?
Jeez. Like, who does that?
Wait, is this like some ghost hunting shit? Are we ghost hunting, guys?
Ghostbusters!
Whoever this was had wrote that apparently the house at Celio Walk was told to this person when they were a child that it was haunted. And the thought it was truly haunted actually crossed this person's mind when Amanda Braintree, with her death a few years back, this person apparently had investigated the house under the guise of a would-be buyer and found themselves actually considering purchasing it. But like a cold, he kind of shook the strange, unnatural attraction off. You find out that it's Agent Donnelly, and he actually sent word to Delta Green years ago that this be investigated, but it seems Delta Green never replied. The notes resume when Yamila Asari enters the picture. This is the woman that died by suicide 16 months ago. But at this point, the notes become haphazard and disjointed. Donnelly apparently actually tried to dissuade her from buying the house, but he recognized the same unnatural fervor in her eyes that had once toyed with him. Apparently she would not be convinced, and he could not bring himself to do worse. Eventually there are notes about how he's actually like surveilling the house with her in it, doing his best to keep an eye on things.
Who is her, sorry?
Asari Yamila, or Yamila Asari. And apparently, like, she starts to come out less and less and less, and seems to be isolating herself more and more and more, at which point he, like, becomes, like, rambling. Like, I've got to save her, I got to do what I can. Then the last few pages of this notebook are filled with increasingly bizarre statements written almost like math equations. They don't seem to be in any order. And reading these pages paints a picture of a man bent on a single purpose: uncovering the secret at 37 Celio Walk. Like a member of the bomb squad might go about defusing an explosive. Are you do you have Hum Int?
Yes.
What is your score in Hum Int?
49.
49. Are you sharing this with other people, or are you just keeping it to yourself?
Not yet. They seem a little busy looking at their own things.
Okay. So yeah, you're just reading through this, and that is kind of what you are able to ascertain from these notes. All right. What are the other things you guys are exploring in this green
I want
box?
to go back to the quicklime.
Still quick.
Is there like a brand on the quicklime or anything?
Frank's is googling quicklime brand.
I am. You're making me.
I'm gonna make this quicklime important.
I think so.
It's for the body that's in the
Coffin.
This
I
is
do want to
from
open the coffin.
this is from
Sure.
Greymont, which is a quicklime manufacturer in France.
Looks
Wow,
like
it's
we're going
imported.
to France.
Oh God.
God.
Okay. You wanted to look at the coffin, correct?
Yeah.
Are there?
Yeah.
I'm
I do as
slowly
well.
approaching the coffin after reading the notes.
Yeah, after
I'm sorry.
looking at the photos, I want to look at the coffin too.
What did you say after the notes?
I said I'm slowly approaching the coffin after that.
Okay. So you slowly approach the coffin. And do you open it, or are you just looking at the outside?
I want to see how it looks on the outside, see if there's any like dents, if it's been opened before, or is it like nailed down, or like, you know, just I want to know everything about it.
Roll me a forensics to see if you can see if it was opened recently.
Forensics. Oh.
Or you know what? Alertness or search. Those would work as
Okay,
well.
yeah, I'll do alertness. I'm okay at alertness.
Can I help with this? Just because it's
All of you
kind
can
of in
roll.
the wheelhouse
never mind.
of.
Don't fucking
You,
matter.
you can
While
absolutely
they're-
roll it as well, but
Yeah, let's
go
see
ahead.
what-
While they're doing that, I would like to look over the coroner ID.
Sure. It is a photo of Agent Donnelly, which at this point in time you probably would have gotten a picture of him. In that paperwork, you would see, Agent Donnelly, just like normal agent, kind of has like a very blank expression as he's looking to be taking for his ID. And then the next photo you would see would be like the slice on his neck, like laying in the bed, and just like the explosion of blood as was described. They took photos of the crime scene. There would also be
something to mark it.
There would also be a note stating that these are the last remaining photos. Please do not share them with anyone else.
I'm gonna pocket the ID.
Okay. You see a small metal plaque on the hasp indicates the identity of the occupant. Anton Uturi. 1957 to 1966.
Well, that's an old body.
No, it's not. It's only 9 years old.
No, I mean it's an old body.
And
Hang on about the baby killers here.
And do you open? Do you open the?
Yeah, I'll open it. Let's open it. Let's get this shit kicked off.
Crack that bad boy open.
Okay, and this is
I'm
where
gonna
we
go
will.
outside.
This is where we will end our session as well. You open up the coffin, and you see the remains of a child. However, they're now rotted to the point of disintegration. I need everybody to make me a sanity check.
Well, I went outside.
That's true. You did go outside. Everybody else will have to roll me a sanity check.
Oh, I failed.
Irish fails. Who else?
Oh,
Success. You steal yourself, Outlaw.
thank God. I was ready to have an episode.
Vindo, Aya, you guys are all good. You don't have to worry about your sanity checks. Irish, roll me a 1d4.
It makes sense that Irish is the one who stabbed the baby, who failed it.
Oh, yeah, I like the connection. That's 2
Yeah.
sanity. Go ahead and adjust it accordingly for me. So here you go. You have the notes. You have looked through the coffin.
I did want to look through the cameras and see if there was anything, like, picture-wise on them.
Good catch. Excuse me. Go ahead and roll me a luck check.
Yeah, the 2 cameras that we've got, yeah.
Yeah, the 2 cameras. Like,
Whatever.
shoot, there wasn't one on this camera. What about this other camera?
There's one camera.
Oh. Wow. That's
Fumble.
one good night.
You actually like turn it on. It's digital, and the card reads like there's like a little digital display on the Nikon, and it just says critical hard drive failure, unrecoverable.
If only we had computer science.
Unrecoverable, you say.
What about the other camera?
Unrecoverable. Oh well. So that is where we're going to go ahead and leave our session. You guys open the green box. You find some very creepy notes about this obsessed agent looking at this house for what appears to be years. The same agent that died of suicide within its doors in the master bedroom, much like its previous inhabitant 16 years before. The rain pours, clinking against the metal exterior of the storage building. The sight of this coffin of this child and the notes that are there as we fade to black, and the yellow type at the bottom of the screen reads 8th of July 2023 10:31 a.m. as the clock continues to tick. And we'll leave it there.
Man, this is gonna be good. Fucking haunted house, dudes.
So the
Hell
66, that's the super bad, right?
Yeah.
No,
That's
Because it's a
fumble.
double number. Okay.
Now, if your
86.
skill, 86 is also like a critical fail as well.
Right.
So, but a 69 is the best possible result.
Even if it's a fail.
Even if it's a fail, it's still a critical success. So we're
Nice.
throwing in an extra critical success and an extra critical fail, so it all evens out.
Now, I fumbled on luck. That means I get more luck, right?
No, your luck
Wow.
never increases. It just stays at 50. Cool. All right. Well, I hope we're all good. Thank you guys so much for playing.
Yeah, exciting.
Is everybody good to play on Wednesday at 2:00
Yes.
again? 2:00 Central. So that would be 1:00 Mountain, 12:00 Pacific, and that would be 7:00 UK, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going through this all chat because we're spread across 4 different time zones. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, then I'll go ahead and see you next time. And I say go ahead and say bye to chat.
Bye.
Bye, chat.
Bye, Cloud.
Bye bye.
Bye.